day. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. He'll swing this out to Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get 2 more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-zip. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And it's interesting, isn't it? The psychology of a team coming onto the field down 8-0 instead of the normal 7, or sometimes when you're fortunate, just 6. 8-0 almost connotes a sense of urgency that really isn't there yet. It's too early in the game. Go down and score. Heck, kick the extra point and be down 1. Don't chase points too early. Just worry about scoring.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 22 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Kaepernick now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. 84 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. Kaepernick going to throw. And he is in to make it 16-0. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, this rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Samson Abukum with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. He's showing off that arm shot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Kaepernick now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Colin Kaepernick. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over it.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Third and long. It's Wilson being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On 1st down, Carson.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. This is Carson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now James returning. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now Colin Kaepernick in the offense heading back out onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, as the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Kaepernick. And he's got it. They add on more. Salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
The The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Flushed out right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start out west in the City of Angels, with Arizona in town for an NFC West matchup. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. Deshaun Jackson, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home, Lambeau. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger at it again. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On first down, Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 69 yards. And the 49ers continue to roll. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing? I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this one. No, okay.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he stopped immediately there.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ross Dwelly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Another 2-point conversion attempt coming for the Niners. Here's Kaepernick. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing is Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup there. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a 1st down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet. And even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Samson Abuka able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Oh, and this is going to wind up as safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Flush to his right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Now Gold for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On first down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Samson Abukum able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the Niners once again electing to go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. Flushed out right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dee Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.